Oh, hello, everybody. Just a new hat. Don't pay attention to it. Welcome to Respawn Name Fire, the Kickcast and Reverend Gaming Podcast. I'm one of your hosts, Adam, wearing a new cap. Maybe some kids call it a lid, Gumbert. And we also have with us Chad, has got a nice set of hair, so he doesn't have to cover up his bald spot. Michael Ennis.
Crossplay Conversations has a hat now?
They do.
God.
They're very
I'm jealous
limited
of their merch
edition.
game.
I think that they made like 8, and I was lucky enough to get one of them. So shout out to the Crossplay boys and Jacob McCourt specifically for rooming with me. Have fun with that. That was a good time. You can catch us live on twitch.tv/RespawnNameFire Monday evenings at 8:30. A little bit later because we just recorded a barf. We'll talk about that in a second. Then afterwards, YouTube podcast services at 9 a.m. on Wednesdays. Talking about barf, our backlog accomplishment with Respawn and Friends. We just recorded and should be up soon as you're hearing this, close to when you're hearing it, whatever. We did a review for Tunic. Talked all about Tunic. Had a good time talking about that little fox. Foxy Steve, Foxy Cleopatra. What's the joke you said earlier, Chad?
I think I said Foxy. Last week I said, or 2 weeks ago, I think I said Foxy Cleopatra.
Foxy Cleopatra. Very cool. Speaking for the new game for the month of April, you can go to patreon.com/Respawn Name Fire, and you can go vote over there for as little as $1 for a game for April. Currently in the lead is Super Mario Galaxy 2, but coming in a very close second is the Spyro Year of the Dragon. Basically, I watched a movie and was like, maybe a platformer would be fun. So go over there and vote on that. That'll end this Friday. And our Patreon Early Access episode for March is here. So for all the people who aren't on Patreon, you got the Borderlands commentary. We talked over the Borderlands movie, and I had a blast. Maybe some of us were very upset. And the new thing that's on Patreon.
That's right, because I forgot we were grumpy because Joel, his text messages weren't working. We recorded 2 hours late because of it.
Honestly, we were grumpy, and one person in particular was grumpy. Yeah, about having to watch that movie late. And then the new episode for this month is I played a round of Game Pretty, which is the panel that I had at PAX East with the crew here and some guests. So there was, you can go watch them run through it if you want to see what the panel I did at PAX East was. So that's a fun one. That's up now on Patreon. We're not main quest, kind of not doing a main quest. We're going to talk about PAX, I suppose. We're talking about the trip that I just took.
Ooh, PAX.
Is that what we're doing, Chad?
Yeah.
Are you going to interview me? Are you going to interview me?
I would love to know, first of all, Adam, who were the coolest people you saw at PAX?
Oh, man, that's a tough one. Well, I did take a shower, so I saw myself in the mirror. That was a pretty good one. What if I was actually a narcissist? That'd be crazy. Give me a second. I'm chewing Reese's Pieces. But what do you mean? I mean, here's the thing. So, yes, it was about a week ago. Went to PAX East 2026 in Boston, Massachusetts. Went for the whole weekend. Saw a lot of cool games. Talked to a lot of cool people. Had multiple panels that I saw and was on. Ooh. Even hosted. So it was a fun and full weekend. Most interesting person I saw. That's a good question. You know what? I don't know their name. Obviously, I see a lot of people that I like and my friends and gaming media people we podcast with. People who are bigger in the gaming industry who are there and they're hanging out and having a good time. My favorite person I saw, there was this one person who so some people will walk around the convention with like a sign because they're like trying to make content or do their thing. They're like, oh, so this guy was walking around with a poster board and it was Pokemon starters. And after he got a certain number of votes, he would end that and they would be like a bracket and would build toward the ultimate winner, right?
All right.
One of his friends with him, we got to talking and we were just going back and forth or something. And then the guy was like, hey, I want to make a video. And she's like, okay, cool. Give me 1 second. And she got in her backpack and put on her fursuit. I don't know what's actually, I know the furry thing and I know it's the fursona and the fursuit, whatever. But she just put on the head and then did the interview with the fur head on. And I like that girl a lot. She's got a lot of spunk and gumption and she has some hot takes. And I was like, shout out to you for carrying that thing around and being like, if I'm going to be on camera, let me throw it on real quick. But otherwise, she was so cool. I liked her a lot. So I don't know the girl's name. Oh, I know that because her head was sort of looked like Umbreon a little bit. Because that's the Eevee, that's the black and the gold one, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I was like, hey, if you're going to do it, then it's pretty dope. So.
Which, black and gold? Beyonce, Austin Powers, Foxy Cleopatra. There you go.
Oh, you brought it back. So yeah, that person, I do not know their name, was pretty dope. Any other questions for me?
What was your favorite piece of merch that you saw?
Oh, favorite piece of merch. Here's the thing. There's a lot of good merch. I don't buy any of it. Let me tell you, that merch line is crazy. The favorite thing that I saw, I don't know if you could buy it or if it was just at the booth, but was Backyard Baseball is coming back with a new version. They've been re-releasing the older ones. They're making a new one coming out this summer, and they had a basketball that was Pablo Sanchez's head. So they literally just took the character from Backyard Baseball, Backyard Sports, and made him a basketball. I'm like, that is a pretty neat one.
Nice,
if I could have took that home, I would have. That would have been neat.
What was the best panel you saw that you were not on?
Oh, that I wasn't on. See, that was a tough one because the ones I was on were pretty good. There's Video game Tinder is always good, just because that's an absolutely unhinged panel, and that's really, really fun. So the guy who's the head of Strange Scaffold, Salver Nelson Jr., they put out like 75 indie games in like the last 3 years or whatever it is. He gave a talk in the main hall, and that man, let me tell you, very good at talking to people. He was an excellent speaker. I was fully engrossed the entire time. I wish they did not give that man a 10:30 slot on the first day, because that room should have been filled up with the stuff that he was talking about. And it was like, this is very
a.m.
early.
or p.m.?
AM. He was like the first thing in the main hall of the whole weekend. It's like, you got to give this man like a Friday afternoon slot. What are we doing here? This is too early. Same thing. I guess the keynote speaker always goes first, because like Greg's was the same thing last year. Greg Miller did it.
It just kind of opens and kicks off the...
Yeah, and I was like, this is awesome, but like, this is 11 a.m. on a Thursday is a tough ask, is what I'm thinking. But that was a really, really good one. So yeah, I mean, that's one to stick it out in my head. I also went to the Borderlands one. Might have dozed off for like the last 15 seconds or 15 minutes of that thing. I actually feel really bad, Chad, because we were doing the joke. I was talking to somebody about the panel that I did, and one of the prizes, I gave away a copy of the Borderlands DVD as a joke.
How did that
go? It was very good. The prizes went over very well. People were very into that. But I didn't know. It was not on purpose. I was not talking smack about the man. But I was just saying, like, hey, that movie wasn't very good, but I'm giving away this DVD. And I was in the hotel, and the guy passed us. And Roger Reichardt, is our buddy who's been on here before, was like, oh, he was like, by the way, that's Andrew Reiner. And I was like, Reiner? I was like, oh, that's the guy who used to be at Game Informer. Like, I think I like heard his voice. I'm like, yeah, I'm aware. He's like, oh, he works at 2K now, and he's like he's like the PR for Borderlands guy now. I was like, listen, Reiner, nothing against you personally. I enjoy your video games very much. The movie, not so much. I don't know what to tell you. It's not a good movie, buddy. So that was funny that interaction happened. But he didn't say anything to me. I wasn't talking shit about the man. I didn't say his family sucks. I just said the movie that you represent was not good. What do you want me to do? So that was a funny thing that happened. But I can actually go through day by day if you want me to make it easier. Okay, so again, showed up. Here's the problem. This is what Adam does. First, I love all the people I hang out with. I like all the new people that I've met. I had some new follows and some new people that I talked to. I was trying to be a little more outgoing, because I normally have like our group of people, and then anyone who attached to them I'll talk to. But I started talking to some completely new people, and then I was like, oh, these are some really neat people. And then like they follow you on social media afterwards. You're like, oh, you're this person who's kind of a bigwig or whatever. So that was pretty neat. But night one was Wednesday night. We got there. I literally stayed out every night till 2 a.m. So whatever, it is what it is. So Wednesday night, got in town, did that every day. Well, I'm on vacation. What do you want me to do? But Thursday night was the first day during media hour. Again, we get an hour beforehand. I went with some of the guys from Game Sandwich, by the way, like to do the quote unquote work part. So Kevin and Aiden went with me to that. And the first thing we went to, because Chad, you might remember this the time that we went. I don't remember if Nintendo. Yeah, I think Nintendo was there. That if you don't go to Nintendo during media hour, you're not going to go see Nintendo without waiting an hour in the line. Period. So we were gonna go over there, but the line was starting to build up. We're like, well, let's go do something else and then come back. So we saw 2 things during media hour. First, we went to the Double Fine booth. Kiln was there. So they had a demo for Kiln and matches going back and forth with that, which was neat. I went for the merch because I did buy one thing of merch. Double Fine merch was super, super cool. It was dope. I bought a pin. I bought a gift for somebody because they love Double Fine, and then they were just giving out pins for free. But they had like a varsity jacket and everything, and they had all kinds of good stuff. You could buy like an art book for, I think it was Psychonauts 2, but it was legit like thick. It was a big, thick ass art book, and it was like $25. Like, it was nothing. So it was
Damn.
really, really neat. Yeah, it was good deals. So we went to play Kiln, and then we also went over to Halloween. And we played that.
Should I play that trailer?
If you want to play a trailer, yeah.
All right.
So we saw Ilphonic's Halloween. We actually saw it twice over the weekend. Talked to some of the folks over there. It's from the people over at Ilphonic. So, your asymmetrical multiplayer, one person's a killer and then multiple other people are trying to survive the killer. This is Predator Hunting Grounds, Friday the 13th. Killer Clowns from Outer Space was the most recent one that we played. Had fun with that. But this one, you get one person is Michael Myers. And then there are 4 survivor people who are just not trying to get killed by Michael Myers. And then so basically you come in, Michael Myers has his powers. I never played as Michael Myers, I don't know. But he's got his powers like from the movie where he can like magically teleport and be places he's not supposed to be, yada, yada, yada. But as the survivors, it's about trying to obviously survive or escape. So like they're just like kind of like these games, like you can go certain places, try to get certain equipment. It's like, oh, if I get the bolt cutters, I can escape out of the basement. Or if I go find, a repair kit and some gas, I can get in the car and leave. But the little twist to it is that you're in like a neighborhood and there are a bunch of houses with NPC characters inside of the houses. So you can go up to the people and talk to them and play like a little tiny mini game to be like, hey, there's a killer here, dude. You need to help me out. And then if you convince them, they'll be like, okay. And then they'll either follow you. You can have them call the police. You can convince them to do a lot of stuff, but it does take time to do that. And then, eventually I was just like, hey, call the cops, get the cops out here. Because when the cops see Michael Myers, then it starts like a countdown and like, hey, in 10 minutes, the match is going to end because the cops are aware and they're going to send backup. So the whole thing I did the whole time was like, all right, I went and talked to a bunch of people, convinced them to call the cops, waited for the cops to show up, shoot Michael Myers, and then the like paddy wagon comes out, and that's like the ultimate last minute escape. But during all of that, Michael Myers can kill the NPCs and it counts towards his score. So it's not just
So you're
you 4
involving
people.
other...
Yeah, it's not just you 4 people need to escape. It is us 4 people need to escape and stop Michael Myers from killing the other people in the street or in the town or whatever, because he will win if he kills enough people overall, not just us, but overall. So that was a cool new little wrinkle to it. Had fun with that. Played 2 rounds of it. The second round, the person playing Michael Myers was pretty new to the kinds of games. I'm not even joking. We literally, all of the survivors met up in the middle of the street where Michael Myers was, and we all had weapons, and we beat Michael Myers' ass. Because it's the thing where like he can't die, but like you'll down him and he'll do like the sit up, whatever, whenever he comes up. But like every time he got up, we just stomped his ass back on the ground. Like, we were stabbing him, we were throwing lawn darts at him. So basically, we just sat there and beat Michael Myers' ass until like the police came and the paddy wagon came, and we all escaped. But we just literally beat Michael Myers to death. It was really, really fun. So that's the thing where like I'm sure that game is going to be a ton of fun over a weekend with friends. Maybe it lasts longer, but
yeah,
it was fun. It's an Ilphonic game. Do you like the other ones? You'll like this one. That's basically how I feel. But new mechanics, new interesting things. The NPCs adds a fun wrinkle. So that was enjoyable. Played that twice. Had a good time. That was all Media Hour, and then I didn't play there's some other games in here, like I didn't play Paranormal Activity because I'm too big of a baby, but apparently that Paranormal Activity game really good by the guy who made the Mortuary Assistant.
Oh, really?
Too scary for me. I don't want to play that. But yeah, people were impressed. Go through the day on that. Okay, so the next interesting thing, I guess, would be that first night. I had my panel, Game Pretty, which again, there's a version of that on Patreon. And getting to run a panel was a ton of fun because I've been on them before, obviously. Like, shout out to Jacob for just always involving us as fun guest. But I had Jacob, I had Matt Storm, I had Claire, and then I had Emily, all as my panelists. And we went through my trivia, and then the audience got to play. And I'm telling you, Chad, man, the gifts or the prizes were a hit. One person won all of your licensed GVA games that you gave me as a prize. And they had a ton of fun with that. So it was really, really fun to do. I was a little nervous because it was pretty late. I think it was 9:30 to 10:30 or it was late on the very first night. So I was like, what is it going to be like? I wasn't worried about hosting it because I just getting up there and talking. Like, it doesn't matter to me. I'm basically just talking to the people next to me and not really the audience as much. Mentally, that's how you can think about it. But no, they were like, for this time slot and for you being the first time ever hosting a panel, they were like, I think they said they stopped counting when we had 200 people in the room.
Oh, shit.
So
a lot of
they're
people.
like, yeah, they're like, once the panel starts, like you can still, people still walk in, but like we stopped counting whenever the panel actually starts and people walked in, and Liz was like, yeah, we stopped counting at 200, and she was like, for 9:30 on a Thursday night, you did pretty well, my guy. So basically the whole front of the room was filled, and then there was a couple people on the backside. So pretty good turnout from what I hear. Everyone said it turned out well. I don't think they would tell me if I sucked, but it was really cool. Well, I hope I get to do that again. That was dope.
Yeah, I'm gonna say that's probably like, point to that if you ever apply to do another panel at a future PAX. Be like, hey, remember when I pulled 200 people out of my ass on Thursday night?
Well, that's why I went and asked the number, because Jacob was like, by the way, go ask the number, because the next time you do it, you can say, look what I did at this time slot and whatever. Yep. So regardless, that was super fun just to be able to do it. And the people that were there were neat. And we had a ton of fun. There was a guy. So some of the gifts are the gifts. They were prizes. They're not gifts. I gave away a copy of if you want to go to my Blue Sky, well, not you, Chad, but anyone listening wants to go to Blue Sky and just at Adam Gumby. Because I gave away a copy of Connect Star Wars, and there's a picture of the guy who won it holding it. It was like he won $1 million. His face was completely lit up. He was like, oh, holding it in front of his head. It's like, my dude, that was a $5 copy of Connect Star Wars. And when he came up, I'm like, literally, I hope you have a 360 and a Connect. Otherwise, this disc is useless to you. He's like, I'm going to go get one. So he was excited about that. Yeah, everyone had fun with the prizes, man. The Borderlands DVD was a big hit. Everyone thought that was funny. It was so good that I'm going to do that every time. Regardless if there's a Borderlands question, I'm going to give away a copy of Borderlands on DVD. Just because to me it's funny.
Not just like, hey, what was a relatively recent video game movie? It was like, no, specifically Borderlands.
Anytime that it's either a Borderlands question or a game movie, and I will figure out a way to give away Borderlands on DVD every time if I get a chance. So that was cool. That was day one. And then some other games I played in the meantime because the next panel I did was Saturday night. So I got to play Replaced, which was... Yeah, that's the game that was shown off at an Xbox showcase a long time ago. It's the 2.5D, like Blade Runner looking game. Gorgeous art style. It plays like a 2D platformer, sort of like an Insider Limbo, like a story-based 2D platformer. But I didn't know that it has Batman Arkham combat. So the combat was actually super, super good, because I just thought, like, is this a very pretty game where you just run around, and I didn't know what it was, but then getting hands on the sticks and then having to fight a group of dudes felt wonderful. So it's like, if it's red, you got to dodge. If it's blue or yellow, you can counter. Again, it's just Batman Arkham Combat in this gorgeous art style, and it was really cool. And the finishing move was just like you took a pistol out and shot the dude in the head, or just like there were different ways that you just shot a dude, but it was like it felt good every time. It's like, oh, my meter's charged up, kaboom, this guy's gone, let's go. So I was very excited. That one comes out. It's time of recording this in about 8 days from now.
This looks fucking gorgeous.
It is awesome. The game is gorgeous to look at. It was really fun to play, and it's like a weird, dark, messed up. Again, Blade Runner is the exact parallel that I would make to it. So I'm very excited for that.
Replaced.
It's pretty soon.
Is it just PC, or is it coming to good things?
It's on PC and Xbox now, but I'm sure give it time, it'll be on everything else. But that's a day one Game Pass game. For those who partake. And then the other thing that I really, really enjoyed was the official Cyberpunk TCG. Because the thing about PAX is it's like half of its games and the other half is like tabletop / card games / whatever, merch booths or whatever. But the Cyberpunk people were there, and I was like, oh, I've heard about this. It's still on Kickstarter actively. So I was like, what's that booth going to be? And went over there, and they're like, oh, we have play tests. You sign up on this sheet of paper, and then you come back and we'll teach you how to play the game. And I'm just, Chad, I know you like Magic the Gathering.
And I love that this is digital as well.
Oh, is there a digital version of this Cyberpunk?
Oh, that's game? the what you sent me looks like it's a like Hearthstone type digital game, but maybe this is just the like overview trailer. Instead of showing you a real life shot, they're showing you digital. They're showing
digital. There might be a digital version. I don't know, but it does play a lot like Magic the Gathering, from what I hear. Again, I'm not playing a lot of Magic the Gathering, but it's like, you pull out the cards and then you tap them if you want to use them, and then they untap the next turn. You would know. I'm not going to tell you mechanics because it's a card game, but I really enjoyed it. The games are fast. I think they said they're normally like 15-minute games to like get through a game of this, and all the card art is gorgeous. It's everything is Cyberpunk 2077. Specifically, not just like generic it's Cyberpunk stuff. It's like these are the characters and the locations from the video game, and the cards are good. I just bought it honestly for the cards because I'm like, yeah, let me just get that collection of cards. I hope to play with people, but if not, I would be happy just to own this. Just like a lot of people with like the Final Fantasy Magic the Gathering cards. You're like, I'm not going to play it, but I just want these cards. I want all of these cards for this. So that was, it's a thing where I hope that there's a local, because we have a couple gaming shops around here, and I'm hoping that one of them is going to play or have a night for Cyberpunk, because I would love to play it with people. It's really, really cool and really fun. So yeah, that was great. They got my money immediately. It was a good time.
Let Joel know this exists. I guarantee he's every freaking card game on the planet right now. He's getting sucked into.
He's playing Gundam card games. Yeah.
And he's getting sucked into all of them in a way where he like actually goes and plays them with strangers at card shop. Like he's playing the Gundam card game. He's playing Star Wars Unlimited. He plays Magic the Gathering occasionally. He's playing Pokemon TCG Pocket in his free time. He buys Pokemon cards all his. I was like, how the fuck do you keep up with all this stuff?
He's having time in his life. It's when you have no kids, makes life a lot easier. So that was cool. And then again, there was a lot of games. Again, meeting developers, meeting new people was great. Just shout out to everybody who's always at the two bars that everyone goes to, and for people organizing places to go out to eat and shit. It was great. And the last thing I did was Jacob's trivia panel, video game trivia on Saturday night. Saturday evening. Again, ton of fun. The room was completely filled out because, you know, that's what Jacob does when he does his. He had a fun entrance where he had like somebody announce him. Like he had a video of someone announcing him, and then he walked into the door and like swung the doors open, and like it's like, all right, Jacob. He was having a good time. My team did not do as well as I wanted to because we were playing against. Here's the thing, Chad, because you know I think I'm good at trivia or whatever. And then I played against another guy who's he's just me. It's another version of me. Oh my God, dude. So there was so it was me and Joe from the trophy room. And then it was Finn. And then Moises Tavares, who's a writer for the game industry. And then it was the two girls from No Small Games. And Finn and Moises... Finn mostly. So it's the thing where Jacob like will show a picture of like a box art, and then he'll zoom out, and if you can guess it, you get it. This motherfucker Finn got it on the very first, where it's completely zoomed in. You can see nothing but a leaf basically on the ground, and he was like Biomutant, and then Jacob's like backed all the way out. He's like, it is Biomutant. Finn fucking was me, but just like a little bit faster. Because I know the first time I did it, I was nailing him. I was great. This time I was fucking up, dude. I couldn't do anything. And then the only question I got was like Battlefield 6 was the best selling game of last year. I was doing bad. But I did get to use the one F-bomb. Because when you have a 13 plus panel, you're allowed to say one fuck. And your boy used it up. So I made sure to have fun with that. But yeah, no, it was a great panel and it was fun. It was a good way to end the evening, because then Sunday morning I went home on first class, because that's how I live my life now. So yeah, we had a good time. Great week. A lot of good games. Again, a lot of good developers, a lot of good people. I'm leaving stuff out because I played so many different things, but I just didn't want to go on for 3 hours about it. But excellent weekend. I would strongly recommend. Next year, it's in April. They keep changing when it happens every year, but next
it was
next
March
year is in
and
April.
then May, and now March again, and then
and
April.
now April. Mm-hmm.
It's just like Easter. It just fucking bounces around every year.
Yep. There was I was no resurrection here. I don't know. I was trying to make an Easter reference. I can't think of it. But yeah, no, good time. Good time.
Cool. Well, I'm definitely interested in Replaced. I'm going to keep my eye on that one.
Yeah, that's a good one.
And then if that Cyberpunk has like a digital version of it too, I'll definitely check that out.
Yeah, me, you, and Joel playing online. Let's go.
Yeah, I wish. Joel doesn't play card games with me online. We played Star Wars Unlimited once on... what's the name of that? Tabletop Simulator. And that was just such a clunky, terrible experience. And I'm like, nah. Everything needs a Magic Arena. You need a mobile, optimized, just like great way to play your game digitally. That's what they need.
If only.
Yep. Cool.
All right.
Should we talk about Playtime? Playtime, where we play this week? Playtime?
Yeah, go for it.
Couple of things. One, I played more Arc Raiders, baby. And Arc Raiders got a big update, Adam. Rebalancing some things, introduced a new enemy type. It is called the Vaporizer. And it's a thing about the size of a Rocketeer that flies around and shoots laser beams at you and catches you on fire and is fucking terrifying and makes the scariest noise on planet Earth. I'm not going to try to do it with my mouth, but if you play that game, you come across a vaporizer. Whoo-wee!
Vaporize.
Fucking terrifying. And they're usually, it seems like, in groups that we found, because there's also a new event type where, you know, they've added different types of things that happen on different maps and they rotate out every hour. And there's a new event type that seems to be on every map, and it's like, it's going on at least once an hour. And it's one where you are like, your regular loot that you find is not as good, but any arc-related loot is much better. And it has these, I don't even know what they are, but it's like these big beacons with 3 lasers pointing up into the sky, and you kill vaporizers near them. And each vaporizer like gets rid of 1 laser. So you have to kill 3 vaporizers, and then you can go loot the thing for whatever's in it. And that, we did 1 of those. And that was just to like check out what it was before we went and did something else with Trials. And we were like, woo, that's a little spicy too. So I'm looking forward to playing more of that. There's also a couple of new things, like shredders are now in every map, not just in Stella Montes. Those are like these big giant, they look like trash cans walking around, but then if they see you, then they go, and they just like explode shrapnel everywhere in all directions, and they hurt a lot. So those guys are now everywhere. So that game's making some, they're keeping a good pace of rolling out enough new things to make that worth playing every single week, which I find really fun. Yeah. So
I mean, it's your new Destiny.
Yeah, that's true. I have not played Destiny 2 in like 6 months.
It hasn't been good in 6 months, from what I hear.
I know. Yeah, it hasn't. It hasn't been good in more than 6 months, but that's when I finally stopped playing it. What else is on that list? Tunic, go watch our Tunic barf review that we just did. And then Mario Galaxy movie. Wahoo! Went and saw that. I would rate this movie 3 times. As fan service, 8.5 out of 10. Great. As a like plot and just like general movie, 5 out of 10. Not a good movie. And then I just rated the 3rd time. I can't think of criteria for the 3rd time. Oh, overall, we'll just say an overall score. 6.5 out of 10. Not very pleased with this movie. It's messy as shit. It is like completely disjointed. Nothing makes sense. Characters are wasted. Not like drunk wasted because it's a kid's movie, but like...
Well, it could be.
Yeah, you're right. Just make it some kind of in-universe ale. But yeah, generally a real downhill slide from the first movie, but it's not going to stop me from seeing the 3rd one, and it's not going to stop people from seeing this one because it still had like an amazing opening weekend with like $350 million or whatever it was. So what are you going to do? But I also...
Are you still talking about Mario?
I am talking
things to say about Mario.
Mario, not the Mario movie anymore.
I have things to say about the movie.
Oh yeah, Mario movie. Tell me about
Here's a little review that I wrote. Gorgeous animation, tons of fun references, paper thin story, and nothing of substance character wise. The exact type of movie kids and fans of Mario series will have fun watching. Not bad. That's the same review from both movies. Let me tell you, it is. Yeah, I'm with you. It's like, again, animation is gorgeous. There's fun stuff in there. Fun, but they're nothing burgers in movies, but it's also like, it's a kid's movie. I mean, yes, there are kids' movies that are like immaculate, like pieces of art, but then it's also like, it's okay to just have fun sometimes. You're also allowed to do that. I'm also not going to give this a movie an award, and I'm not going to, again, that was cool. I enjoyed it that one time. I'll see 3 when it comes out. Maybe they'll have some new ideas and new characters, but I'm not expecting this to be, Puss in Boots or fucking Coco or anything like that. But I mean, Donald Glover saying Yoshi
we were
was really fun.
In a year in a world where Puss in Boots is up there as like one of the best examples of an animated movie. Like that's wild.
Boots: The Last Wish fucks hard. It's great. But again, we said it earlier, and I'll say it again. First of all, I like Benny Safdie as fucking Bowser Jr. I think he sounds like a cartoon character villain, and I enjoy that. Donald Glover. They made a big deal about this man being Yoshi. That man says one word the whole movie. It's pretty wild. Dude says
Yoshi like 4 times, and that's it.
And they paid him for it. But again, I like Yoshi. He's a cool guy. But I didn't notice it till this movie. I hate that he wears shoes. And playing the games never really bothered me. Never think about it. Playing Smash Brothers, it was all fine. But whenever they put like that texture of the leather on his shoes in the movie, it's like, why is he wearing old ass Timberlands? I hate that Yoshi looks like this. It was just the shoes. Everything else was cool. Those shoes gave me palpitations. I was not happy
Also,
with
he
his
straight up
shoes.
just like popped out of that egg wearing shoes.
Did he? How do you think about it?
Dude,
did he
came
not
out
go
of-
up to the top and buy some Tims? Maybe.
No. He came out of that egg with shoes on.
That's a crazy thing. But I will say, Glenn Powell, he was cool. He was cool as
that
fuck.
was cool.
I like him. Neat.
Yeah. I also played Super Mario Galaxy 1.
Oh, someone was in the mood, huh?
I was in the mood. I was actually doing some prep work for the movie so that I could get the references. I'm glad I did because there were a lot of things. I was like, oh, I recognize that. Oh, I recognize that. So yeah, I was replaying Super Mario Galaxy, and I haven't played this since since it came out on Wii a bajillion years ago. So I had that remaster on Switch too. Great game. It even controls really well in handheld mode. Like when you're using the separated Joy-Cons and you're using like on the TV, you use your waggle on the right hand Joy-Con to like use the pointer and collect star bits and things like that and shoot star bits on the screen. And like that feels natural, feels really analogous to the Wii version. But I was like, how are you going to do this in handheld mode? And it kept telling you in the instructions, like, you can waggle this thing, or if you're in handheld mode, you can also just tap the screen. And I'm like, fucking nobody is taking their hand off the controls to go and tap star bits on the screen. No one's going to do that. So I was like, dear God, please don't let that be the only way that you do this thing. But no, actually, they use the gyroscope for all of that, which is really helpful. And you just, right trigger will shoot, right bumper will recenter the gyroscope, so you're not just like looking up and craning your neck at the ceiling the whole time while you're playing Switch. Because I played a lot in bed on this one. So yeah, you can just point it in front of you, hit R bumper to, I guess, R and ZR, whichever the fuck one is ZR. Yeah, controls really well. Great game. Beat Bowser last night, kicked his little ass. And I'm excited to hopefully play Super Mario Galaxy 2 for Barf in April.
We'll see.
Go to patreon.com/respawningfire. Vote. And I think that's it. That's all I have on my list, right?
I think so, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Is there anything in your playtime that you haven't already talked about from PAX?
Yeah. I played a video game. By the time you hear this podcast version, the review should be up on GameSandwich.com. But I got a hold of Raccoon.
Oh, Raccoon. Yeah.
It's like raccoon, but coins instead.
Yeah.
Also, the first game I played on my Steam Deck. Shout out to Jacob McCourt for selling me his old Steam Deck. So I played a lot of hours of this in bed. Like the Steam Deck. It was a very cool device. Very interesting. But Raccoon is from the same publisher as Balatros. And it has a lot of the same hooks mechanics. So this one, instead of being a poker roguelike, is a coin pusher roguelike. So if you've ever been to either a casino or to a Dave & Buster's or to a main event, the thing where you put in the coins and then you hit the button and it rolls them onto the platform and the platform's moving back and forth. And the ones that I play a lot it's like the DC one. So it's like, oh, if you push the coins off the edge and there's a card or the flash, you get an extra whatever. It's that. Those are coin pusher machines is what those are called. So this game is you're playing a coin pusher machine. But like Balatro, you unlock a lot of weird modifiers and things that change it up. And then gambling, I think, worked for a reason. Because whenever you take a thing that's gambling and then you make it a video game, the thing in your brain that says this is good also works in video game form. Because again, it's a coin. Like literally, your only controls are like, if you're going to pick an item to use or if you're going to drop the coins in. That's it. And that is the whole controls for the game, but it's so good because again, you'll do the thing where like you want the coins to be in a position to push the other ones off the edge so you can score or whatever. But then they add in the modifiers and it's like, oh, I've got these I'll have coins that do different things. Like this one's a little saw blade. So when you throw out this one and it hits the other ones, they pop up in the air and they cut the other ones up and then they do it like 8 times. And there's just a bunch. Again, this game is like, there's 150 coins to unlock. There's a whatever. Then you also unlock prizes. which is like the little balls will drop down from the top, and then when those get scored in, you get a special ability. Like one of them is straight up like it's a black hole. You use it, everything that's here gets sucked up and gets scored immediately. Or there's a white hole where you use it and then it puts everything back on the top of the platform where you normally drop the coins. So it's things like that. And again, the builds get crazy. There's like 8 different characters you can use who all have different abilities. Like one is all about like cooking coins, where like you throw out certain coins and then you use other ones and they cook together and make a new coin. There's ones that is all about making animals, where like you throw out bunnies and the bunnies jump towards another bunny so they can multiply. Or you can put out a hunter that will eat other animals. It's crazy. Like again, the idea of there's only 2 buttons to put coins in on the left or the right side is all the game is, but then like here's 300 modifiers to do the weird stuff. So it's very good. Again, if you liked Balatro at all, the feeling of doing something crazy, getting an insane combo, all that is here. I think it's a little less interactive than that because there was a lot of strategy building in Balatro, obviously just trying to make poker hands and stuff. And in this one, it is, how do I make strategies, but all you're doing is putting in the coins. At the end of the day, all you're doing is dropping coins in. So it's like, yes, it feels good when it all works out, but whenever it doesn't work out, or you're like, your strategy doesn't work, or it's taking a long time, it's like, okay, you really are like, all I do is put in coins. But when it's working, it feels just as good as when you play Balatro. So it is, again, my review will be up. I haven't fully finished the idea, but it's probably going to be between like a 7 and an 8. At one point I was at a 9, but then I don't know, it's somewhere in the 7, 8, 9 category, but I'm thinking I'm going to go between 7 or 8 because it is very good when it's good. But it wasn't like Balatro where I never stopped thinking about it, because in Balatro I was like, this is the only thing I want to do with my life. But it's good. It is excellent. I think check it out. Again, I think the game's like $11 or something on Steam. I don't know if it's on other platform. I just played the Steam version. That's all I cared about. But it's very cool. And if it sounds neat, go for it. And you can unlock a bunch of little new cabinets, and then it's got the chase. You got stuff to chase. It's good.
Cool.
Yeah. Raccoon. Check that one out.
Dope.
That's it. Yeah, Raccoon and PAX was all that I needed to do. That was more than enough for me. Besides me playing here's one thing I did. It was silly. So I've started playing The Sims 4 again because there's a sale on all the DLC. But I want to play with a mouse and keyboard, so I brought my Xbox into my room and hooked it up to my monitor so that my mouse and keyboard were close enough to plug into the Xbox. So I was playing the Xbox version with a mouse and keyboard on my monitor that I normally play my TV on. Yeah, I made Bernie Mac. Like a guy, he's literally just a comedian who like does acting a little bit, but he does comedic acting. I made Bernie Mac in The Sims. It was fun. Oh, Lord. Bernie Mac.
Dope. Well, then that brings us to our Game On Game Show. We play a game called Game On, the Gaming Show, and a game show, game. I left something out of there. I don't remember what it was. But, Adam.
Wait, did you?
I think I did. Game On, a game show. We play a game show called Game On. I can't do it unless I do it really fast. Game. But yeah, I left something out. This game show is something I've wanted to do for a while.
Mushrooms?
And something I thought I was going to be able to do very easily, but then it turns out, whatever the fuck right now, I can't screen share in Video Ninja the way that I want to screen share, but we're going to get to it. But it also involves a physical product that I have purchased.
Oh.
Called GB Operator.
Okay.
This is a cool little thing. It is basically a Game Boy cartridge slot for your computer. And there are a couple of cool things you can do with it. One, it has the software to use it has a built-in emulator, so you can actually play the legit cartridges like your computer was an analog pocket, basically. It allows you to back up your save files. So like Matt, who's been on the podcast a bunch, Matt from Rhode Island, he used it to back up his Pokemon save data before he changed the batteries in those cartridges so that it didn't wipe all of his Pokemon. But there's a third function of it too, that it's able to authenticate whether or not like the cartridge is like authentic or real.
Oh, and it tells you if it's a reproduction or not.
Yeah. So there's also a cool iPhone app, an Android app that you can download for it, where you just plug the USB-C cable into your phone, open the app, and then put the cartridge in. So this is good if you're going to like a PAX or like a flea market or a retro game store or something like that, and you want to just bring this thing along just to find out, hey, is this actually a legit cartridge or is this a repro? It'll tell you that, which is pretty cool. It's called GB Operator from a company called Epilogue. GUE Epilogue, just like analog was I wonder if they're related or whether they're just kind of playing off of that. I don't know. But I thought we would use this as an opportunity to play a real game show. And so I'm going to screen share with you you'll be able to hear it. The people in the audience will be able to listen to it as well, to hear the brilliant soundtrack of this. But yeah, we're going to go full screen share mode so you can see the game as we play it. Can you tell what game we are playing right now?
Who Wants to Be a Millionaire Second Edition?
Who Wants to Be a Millionaire Second Edition for Game Boy Color? Yes, is what we've got in here. And because we are playing it over the internet, and there's lag and this kind of thing, I've turned on, this software has a really cool, in the settings, you can turn on cheat codes. So there's an infinite time cheat code we're going to turn on, so that we don't have the 30-second limitation. And this also will help because it's an audio podcast. We're going to read the questions as we go, and then you'll decide on them. So we're going to play Who Wants to Be a Millionaire Second Edition. We're just going to get as far as we can in one game of this with me pretending to be Regis Philbin. But you don't have to pretend.
Is that man alive, by the way?
Oh, no. He died 15 years ago.
Oh, no.
But he does say Who Wants to Be a Millionaire in just a moment. And it's going to be the lowest quality soundbite you've ever heard. For anyone who's listening. Oh, I'm not even showing it on the fucking screen. There we go. Now I'm showing it on the screen for everyone watching. Here we go. Oh, yeah.
Oh, those point totals.
Here it is. Oh,
that man came out on 100p fucking display. Oh my god.
All right, so right now we're playing this using just a keyboard as a controller, which is nice because the Game Boy only has 6 buttons total. So
yeah, you're fine.
We're playing one player because earlier today I tried multiplayer and it's actually a time-based, hit the button the fastest.
It goes quicker.
That's not gonna work. So we're gonna put not AB. We're going to put Adam in here as our contestant name. Yep. All right, Adam.
God. We'll see what happens, Regis.
Look at these graphics.
The screens are even fucking... Oh, my God.
$100 question.
All right.
The majority of calcium in the human body is found where? A, hair, B, blood, C, bones, or D, digestive tract?
That is an interesting one.
Now, we also have lifelines, by the way. You have a 50-50 lifeline where you can get rid of 2 of the answers. You have phone a friend where Regis phones somebody for you. Or you have Ask the Audience where they will give you a percentage of confidence on each of these.
Yeah. So I cannot wait to use the phone a friend because I want to see what GB color nonsense comes up with Regis phoning a friend. But I believe the answer is C, bones.
C, bones. Is that your final answer?
That is my final answer. Regis, fill in.
C, bones is the correct answer. And the audience
I'll take $100 and go home right now.
You couldn't hear the audience cheering, but it sounds like... It just sounds like a fucking hot fart.
Yeah.
All right, $200 question. What important food crop is grown in fields called paddies? Is it A, wheat, B, rye, C, corn, or D, rice?
I was gonna guess mayonnaise, but that doesn't seem to be an option. Patty mayonnaise.
Patty mayonnaise. Yes, very good.
Yeah, very good. No, the answer is D, rice.
D, rice. Final answer.
That is my final answer.
You sure? You want to use a lifeline?
Not yet. I will use one at some point, but not now.
D, rice. Let's see if that's correct. That is correct. $200. Now remember, in Who Wants to Be a Millionaire, you don't actually get to keep the cash until you hit those markers. So 5.
Oh.
The 1,000.
I thought they were just save points. Okay.
Which fast food chain? This is for $300, I think. Which fast food chain used the advertising slogan, "Where's the beef"? Is that A, Wendy's, B, Kentucky Fried Chicken, C, Burger King, or D, McDonald's?
I love this question just because the commercial they're talking about was old whenever this game came out in 2000, and now in 2026 it's even older. But yeah, the answer is A, Wendy's. That's
A, Wendy's. Final answer? All right. Yeah. Let's see. That is correct. It's Wendy's. Joel just texted, if you need to phone a friend, call me.
We're going to see if Regis calls him or not.
All right, for $400. Actually, no, I think this is $500. I can't remember. Which of these is not found in a Snickers candy bar? A, almonds. B, chocolate. C, nougat. D, caramel.
Ooh, that's interesting. Because your boy does not like Snickers. And here's my only issue. I'm thinking it's A, almonds, but I don't know if it's... There's a nut in there. I'm assuming it's a peanut. I don't want to use one this early. Let's go ahead and do... Let's give me the 50-50, just see what happens.
50-50? All right, we're going to use your 50-50 lifeline, and we will see what happens.
Okay.
We've narrowed it down to almonds or C, nougat.
Yes, I'm pretty sure. Chad, do you know? Am I going to mess this up?
I know the answer.
Yeah.
That's because I love Snickers bars.
Well, yeah, something I don't eat. I'm going to say almonds are not found in a Snickers bar.
Almonds. A, almonds. This is your opportunity for $500. And it is correct!
Okay. I thought so at first, but I don't eat Snickers. I never liked Snickers.
It's peanuts are not, or peanuts are the nut found in there. Which,
yeah.
Next time you talk to Joel, whoo, he's got a story about peanuts. I'm so excited.
Oh.
For $1,000, and this is your first save point where you can get to keep the $1,000 if you lose. What kind of flying contraption is featured in the movie Chitty Chitty Bang Bang? Is it A, boat, B, a car, C, a truck, or D, a bike?
Oh man, these questions could not be any older. By the way, I thought at first say what kind of floating contraption. So it's well, only one of these things floats. But flying contraption is B, car. I believe it's a Model T. It's an old ass car. Final answer.
Car. That's pretty confident. Final answer.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Right. B, car. Oh, Regis is at the bottom. He's saying final answer, and he wants me to answer again.
Is he being strange? What's going on,
hit the button twice. Woo! It is correct. That is B, car. Yes. You have won $1,000. Congratulations! You've hit your first
look at these graphics.
checkpoint. It's amazing. Question 6 for $2,000. Which of these countries does not participate in NAFTA? A, the United States. B, Canada. C, Mexico. D, Guatemala.
Oh man, if I knew what NAFTA was, my guess is North American Federal Trade Alliance?
That sounds right-ish to me.
I have absolutely no idea. Guatemala is the only one not in North America. I believe that's South America. So by process of, we're going to have fun here. We're going to ask the audience what these idiots think.
You're going to ask the audience? Okay.
Yeah.
We're going to use our lifeline. Asking the audience. 4% say United States, 22% say Canada, 2% say Mexico, and 72% also think it's Guatemala.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. By the way, there's no way a general audience would fucking know anything about what NAFTA is. I had to guess what it is, and I'm pretty sure I'm right, but there's no way your general, Cindy off the street knows what NAFTA is. But anyway, so yeah, it's Guatemala.
Guatemala. That is correct. All right, you now have $2,000.
There's no way we're getting to $1 million. There's a 0% chance we get to it.
I don't know. I feel like in the show there's a way to walk away with the amount of money you have right now, but I don't know where that is too. I don't think that's an option in this game.
Yeah, that's fine.
All right, for $2,000 or $4,000. What is the name of the female character played by comedian Flip Wilson on his 1970s TV show? Is it A, Miss Jackie, B, Elizabeth Sanford, C, Geraldine Jones, or D, Gladys Knight?
What is the name of the...
You do still have a phone a friend lifeline left.
Yeah, we're probably going to use it because this is going to come to an end very quickly. What is the name of the female character played by comedian Flip Wilson on his 1970s TV show? What do you mean?
I have a feeling it's a cross-dress bit.
Oh, what?
Like a Mrs. Doubtfire kind of thing.
Yeah, I don't know who Flip Wilson is. That's the point. All right, I want to...
This game came out in 2000s, but man, it is
it is leaning heavily towards mid-century pop culture. Go ahead and give me the phone a friend. I just want to see what happens.
All right, we're going to phone a friend. Now, you'll see the dialogue of the phone call come up below the answers here. I'll read it out loud for everyone. Regis, fine, let's phone a friend. Tom, it sounds like it's C. Yeah, my answer is C.
Who the fuck is Tom?
Tom says, it sounds like it's C, Geraldine Jones.
Do I trust Tom? Here's the thing, though. I don't know.
You do still have a phone a friend if you want to call Joel.
I will do that on the next one because there's no way that Joel has any idea what this is. Right. Let's go with Geraldine Jones, whoever that might be.
All right, Geraldine Jones. Final answer?
I got to.
That is correct. Woo! You have $4,000.
I wish Regis would have been like, hey, I'm calling your friend. And then they just do the thing at the bottom.
All right, in 3 more questions, you hit another save point. For $8,000, an airplane's black box is usually what color? A, black,
a fucking trick question?
B, white, C, orange, or D, purple?
Here's the thing with this question is that it makes you immediately assume it's not black because the fact that this would even be a question.
I did just see Regis say at the bottom, press select to walk away. So we can walk away with the $4,000 that we've got right now. Or you can call Joel on your phone.
Let's call Joel.
You want to call Joel? All right, I'm going to let you call Joel on your phone and just put it on
my real phone?
On your real phone and put it on speaker.
Joel's not going to answer for me is the problem. Let's see. I do love how he literally texted that if you need a phone a friend, call me. All right, Joel. We'll see if Joel Campos answers the phone. Nerve-wracking. Remember on the old show, people just said, "Oh, he's in the car." Okay. Joel, I can't hear you, Joel. You have to answer your phone. I'm gonna call your phone, bro. I love how he jumped in the. Joel, is that you? All right, hey buddy, my buddy Joel from Illinois. I need help on a question. Can you help me out here? Adam, I'm on Who Wants to Be a Millionaire, the Game Boy Color edition. Apparently, it's not about a 1970s comedy show. An airplane's black box is usually what color? A, black, B, white, C, orange, or D, purple? That's what I'm assuming, yeah. Mm-hmm. Okay. All right. This is true. Well, technically, that's not out yet, but yeah. No, but I'm saying this is 2000. That's not out yet. Yeah. I feel you. I'm gonna just trust you on it. If I lose, I'm only gonna get $1,000 instead of $4. I'll be billing you for it, Joel. Okay, Joel wants to pay. Yeah, we're gonna go with orange. It does make sense. Again, I hate that it's called a black box, but it does make sense. You'd want to be able to see it.
Yeah. So he had some good logic.
Yeah, sure. Let's go with orange. See,
go with orange. And remember, we do still have the opportunity to walk away right now with $4,000.
Yeah. Well, here's the thing: 4,000 fake dollars compared to 1,000 fake dollars isn't that much of a difference. Right. So I'll just go for it.
You do have to pay Joel with real money, though.
Apparently.
All right. C, orange. That is correct. Woo! You now have $8,000.
Oh man, tense. Nerve-wracking.
Question number 9 for $16,000. You're just, I think, 6 away from the end. In what decade did Israel become an independent state? A, the 1920s, B, the 1940s, C, the 1950s, or D, the 1960s?
These feel like questions that Regis Philbin himself wrote. He was like, I remember being in school in the 30s or however old he was. I remember these questions from school. I'm going to write these. Here's the thing. I don't know anything about Israel becoming an independent state. I don't even think it's a state. I thought it was a country. That's a joke that someone in the audience would say because they're stupid. I'm just going to we're going to take the money and leave.
You're going to take the money and leave.
I'm out of here, buddy.
Chance it. All right. Walk away.
Yeah, Regis, I'm walking away.
Regis is asking, are we walking away?
Give me that cash.
A button, yes. The correct answer was 1940s. Yeah. There it is. There's your check for $8,000 to Adam, signed by Regis Philbin himself.
I want you to focus on, first of all, this. He's back. I love how Regis Philbin made a check out to Adam. That is not legal tender. There's no way I can go to a bank and cash that. Adam who? Regis who? Oh my God. Hey, won $8,000. I'll
You're top of tonight's leaderboard.
I love it.
Congrats. Well done. Well, that was a fun little segment.
That's a fun device. I like that.
Yeah. That's a cool little thing. All right. I almost just hung up this phone call, but I just want to stop sharing screen. There we go. Woo. All right. Well, that's it for Game on Game show. And that's it for episode whatever the hell we are on for Respawn Aim Fire. 428, it looks like. 428 of Respawn Aim Fire. Thank you, everyone, so much for listening. You have some homework. Go to patreon.com/respawnaimfire. Go vote on what barf game we're going to play. It's a bunch of character platformers. You got Super Mario Galaxy 2, Sonic X Shadow Cross Shadow Generations Shadow, Spyro Year of the Dragon, or what was the last one you did? Oh, Yoshi's Island is the other one. So go vote on what game we're going to play for April's barf game. Go watch our barf discussion for Tunic that was just up. And then go, if you're a regular normie that you don't pay for a Patreon for $1, you now can go watch Borderlands on DVD with our commentary on it, which is now free available on YouTube and podcast services right now. And for those of you who are a Patreon subscriber, you can go find out what questions got rewarded with a potential Borderlands DVD on the dry run of Adam's Game Pretty that he did at PAX, but with a little bit different crowd. Me, Joel, John Hansen, and Corey Feldman from the Goonies. That's it. All right, folks. Thanks so much for listening. Until next time, here's our usual sign-off. Who wants to be a millionaire?